Joe was having a bad month, a bad year, actually. Maybe even a bad decade, depending on how you looked at it. He lost his job as a toothbrush salesman. Apparently buy one, get one free for the rest of your life. Wasn't a sustainable business model. His landlord decided to replace his apartment building with a parking lot. And his goldfish, aptly named Lucky, wasn't so lucky after all. This is it, Joe sighed, staring at his reflection in the toaster. I've officially hit rock bottom. The toaster, as if in agreement, let out a loud pop and shot a burnt bagel at his head. Joe found himself living in his car, a rusty blue hatchback that had seen better days. His diet consisted mainly of instant noodles and the occasional, questionable gas station hot dog. He considered selling his blood for money, but then he remembered his crippling fear of needles. One particularly low point involved Joe attempting to wash his laundry in a public fountain, only to get chased away by a flock of pigeons who mistook his socks for a new breadcrumb dispenser. Even pigeons have better luck than me, Joe muttered, shaking his fist at the sky. One day, while reading the back of a cereal box in a desperate attempt to avoid real-life responsibilities, Joe stumbled upon a trivia fact that changed his life. Did you know? Americans eat more bananas than apples and oranges combined. Bananas, Joe exclaimed, a light bulb suddenly illuminating his brain. That's it, I'm going to become a banana tycoon. Joe had no experience with bananas, farming, or being a tycoon, but that didn't deter him. He figured all he needed was a patch of land, some banana trees, and a whole lot of optimism. He pawned his grandfather's pocket watch, sorry, Grandpa, and bought a one-way ticket to rural Ecuador, the land of eternal springtime and, most importantly, bananas. Section 5. The Great Banana Caper. Joe's plan was simple, albeit a little bit illegal. He'd borrow a few banana trees from a plantation, plant them on a secluded patch of land he found, and voila! Instant banana empire. What could go wrong? Let's just say things didn't go exactly to plan. He underestimated the weight of a fully grown banana tree. They're heavier than they look. The vigilance of guard dogs, especially ones named Fluffy, and his own ability to run in the dark without tripping over his own feet. Section 6. The Accidental Banana Empire. Joe ended up face down in a ditch covered in mud, banana leaves, and a healthy dose of regret. This is even worse than the great sock-stealing pigeon fiasco of 2024, he groaned. As he lay there, wallowing in self-pity and mosquito bites, he noticed something peculiar. A single banana bud, clinging to the tree he'd attempted to steal. He planted that bud with his bare hands, watered it with his tears of frustration, and vowed to do things the right way. He got a job as a farmhand, learned everything there was to know about bananas, and saved every penny he earned. Section 7. Marketing Genius, from puns to pyjamas. Years later, Joe wasn't just a banana farmer. He was the big banana man CEO of his own successful banana company. He had a knack for marketing, coming up with slogans like "Going bananas for quality and appealing to your senses." He even launched a line of banana-themed pajamas that became a surprise hit. Section 8. A life more appealing than a ripe banana. Joe was living his dream, albeit a slightly different and completely legal version than he'd initially envisioned. He had a thriving business, a cozy farmhouse, and a pet monkey named Peel, who was his best friend and business partner, or at least that's what Joe told himself. He even invested in a top-of-the-line toaster that didn't try to assault him with breakfast pastries. Section 9. Happier than a monkey with a banana split. Looking back, Joe realized that hitting rock bottom wasn't the end, it was just the beginning of his hilarious banana-fueled adventure. He learned that sometimes life throws you a curveball or a rotten banana peel when you least expect it, but with a little bit of luck, a lot of hard work, and a healthy sense of humor, you can turn any misfortune into a recipe for success, and maybe even a few good stories to tell along the way.